Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a couple of quick things before we get started. Number one, if you like the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I've included a list of the decks I'm using for this reading, a list of my social media contacts, as well as the timestamps for this video. If you want to skip around, it's totally cool. All of that's in the description. I am also available for private readings if you guys are interested in doing that. There's a QR code somewhere on the screen, probably right here, because now I remember where I put it. For context, I kind of forgot where I put the QR code for my commissions page. It will be somewhere right in here. Check it out if you would like to inquire about a private reading with me. I'm happy to help where I can, but please follow your heart with that. If you don't feel safe, if you can't do it right now, totally cool. I'm here to help where I can, like I just said. So, few things more here. Number one, I did have to remove the old video, or the video that I posted before this. The audio was horrendous, and that is on me. I apologize for that if any of you had seen it. No, I could barely hear it, and I'm the one talking at you guys for a little bit. So, I apologize for that. I do want to disclaim that these videos are for entertainment purposes only, but they can sometimes dip into heavier topics. So please view this with discretion. If you're not safe to sit in a video with me, that's totally okay. I have plenty of other videos on my channel for you to watch. But again, please use your discretion. I have also included some mental health resources in the description as well. If you are experiencing crisis, please go check them out. I'm not a medical professional. I'm only doing this because I love you guys, and maybe there is something in the messages I provide you that will help you get on a healing journey if that's where you need to be. Okay? And as of checking my channel stats before I filmed this video, I have gained 2 new subscribers. And if you are watching this video, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I love making these videos. I love reading tarot, and I especially love sharing the messages that come through. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope this message resonates with you. Let's see what we need to see from our cards. Okay. And because we have 2 new subscribers on the channel, if you haven't been here before, if you've been and coming back, let me recap. I usually like to read oracles. Okay, I have 2 oracle decks here, and then I like going into the tarot. I find that gives a complete picture of the message that I want to send for you guys. Normally I'll read the main kind of energy going on, and then I'll read the card on the bottom of the deck, the card on the top of the deck, and if I'm feeling up to it, I will do a bonus reading. So you'll know how the reading is going, because I will tell you where we're at in the video. So let's see what we need to see. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we need to see. I don't really have an idea in mind for this video. I'm just gonna wing it and let's go. I had one fall out of the deck. We're going to ignore that for a little bit. But let's do one more shuffle and see what's up. Okay, so we're gonna start with our main energy here. Okay. All right, we're going to start with the Sacred Well, which represents replenishment, self-care, and giving from a place of plenty. Okay, you have the sacred well. Okay, you have the sacred well. Okay, we have the mother of salt waters. Okay, we have the mother of salt waters, which represents passion, wild love, opening your heart and letting love in. Okay, we have the mother of salt waters. Okay, so we have that to start. Okay, going to see birthing a new age, and this represents birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into being. Okay, you have birthing a new age, and we also have the soul family, which represents calling in your tribe and you're not having to do it alone. Okay, so there's your soul family. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like some of you have decided to kind of take a step away from a situation. Okay, there's a situation specifically with people, places, or things. Okay, there's been some depletion, some personal experiences with feeling depleted and weird after an experience. And I'm getting here with the sacred well, okay, because it does talk about replenishment, it does talk about self-care. This could mean literal, like physical self-care, which I need to do at some point, okay. But this is more about finding the people that you are willing to be more giving and open with, okay? Again, there could be some of you that are experiencing a separation or a loss, or, something has prompted you to step away so that you can do this replenishment, okay? And what this is doing, what it feels like this is bringing in for you, is this new energy, this new creative force for you. This isn't an unfamiliar feeling, okay, because I think you've been in places where your creative energy is at an all-time high. You've had a lot of good ideas. You're going forward with your plans. But, burnout in real life and things happen, right? Things happen to deplete that energy, okay? And you've taken a step back, but there are potentially people around you who don't necessarily like seeing you pull away. They don't like not having control over you. They don't, maybe this is someone who might not be as receptive to you saying, hey, actually, I'm going to need a minute to go over here. Let me step back a minute. That might be the person you're dealing with, but you're not so unwilling to be, you're not hardened by that attitude. This other person is, you're not hardened by this other person's attitude. If anything, it's making you more compassionate or more understanding that, they're going through something too. It's not, the change that you're experiencing is being witnessed by this other person, and it's not comfortable for this other person to witness your change. This change is beneficial, okay? It will have benefits. I'm going to let those play out for you as they will, okay? But the one thing that I do want to encourage you to remember here is that you do have people around you who are okay with you making these changes and who want to see these changes stick and stay relevant for you. Okay, so you're not doing this alone. There are people who genuinely and lovingly want this change for you. Okay, so hold on to these people. Maybe this other person isn't coming from a place of comfort, but your changes aren't their changes, and they'll have to make their changes as they see fit. Okay. What else do we need to see? Let's see what else we need to see from our oracle, and then we'll move into our tarot. Okay. Okay. So we have immerse yourself, which is saying training, learning new hobbies and passions. Love seeing this. Okay. We have the ripple effect, which represents being part of something bigger and the details are being taken care of. Okay. We also have the inner temple, which represents devotion and tuning into the portal of your heart. Okay, here's the inner temple. Okay, and we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, which represents seeding the light, laying foundations, and a divine plan. Okay. Okay. So there is something, I'm feeling compelled to say there is something happening to you that's much bigger than you might be thinking it is. Okay. I can see this being beneficial. Okay. Because you have this the sense of immersion with your hobbies, with your creative force. Okay, recall that we have this birthing a new age here. So there is definitely something bigger in your space that either is happening, will happen, or has happened. You know what it is, okay? Whether you realize it or not, this instinct is it's definitely stronger. Okay, it's creative energy. I feel like this is a creative force here because also it's in alignment with your inner temple, with the tune of your heart. Okay, so you put a stop to some toxicity, and now that's made space for a bigger plan to be enacted. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what it will bring in for you. I'm excited, but you might be thinking, well, Meg, how are you getting here? How can you say something bigger than me is about to happen? Well, okay, that is fair. I hear you. Let me validate your uncertainty here. Okay. Let me also validate the fact that you have worked very hard to give yourself footing. Okay, giving yourself a foundation to stand on. I think you've made little incremental changes that have given you some. It's your foundation. The little changes have built up a strong foundation for you. Okay, and this is where I get to something bigger than you happening, okay, because it talks about a divine plan. I'm not going to necessarily ascribe religious overtones to this. It could certainly mean that for you, but I'm not going to make it about that's not what this video is going to be. What I will say though, these incremental changes that you've made to put your foundation under your feet have had a ripple effect. Okay, it's the stone in the pond, right? It'll have far-reaching effects. Okay, for good, for bad, whatever happens. Remember that you're not doing this alone. Okay, remember that you have your soul tribe coming to you. Okay, and that this energy, this creative force, this new force is welcomed. I think you're welcoming this in because you've waited a long time. Okay, you have definitely waited a long time for this energy to come. Okay, so let's see what else do we need to see? What can our tarot do to enhance our oracle message? Okay, what do we need to see from our tarot? Okay, let's see what we need to see from our tarot. Okay, one more shuffle. Show us what we need. Ooh, okay, let's see what else. Okay, one more. Okay, so to start from our tarot, we have the I'm reading this. This is the Ace of Wands. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. All right, King of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, and this is such a beautiful energy to be getting for this reading here, because we have the Ace and the Page of Wands. Now, I'm getting, I can't guarantee that we're going to see the Fool card in this reading, but I'm kind of getting Fool energy here. There's new beginnings, there's a fresh start, there's something here that has allowed for your energy to really get sparked and moving. Okay, wands are associated with the element of fire, so you could be resonating with that element. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hi besties, how are you? More importantly than that, you've been on such a journey to let yourself discover your inner passions. Okay, what do you want to do? How do you want to channel your energy? Where are you going to put your energy? What are you putting your energy towards? Okay, you've had to step away to do that. I think the Oracle energy suggests a movement away from things that have held you back. Okay, and whether you've let yourself completely heal from that is a question only you can answer. But I think you've let yourself have this new beginning. Okay, the thing is, you still have a lot to learn in how to safely channel those things. Okay, the Page of Wands, this is you're further along in your journey than you were with the Ace of Wands here. Okay, this is like your Page of Wands is the advanced beginner. Okay, so you have a rule book. You've developed your rule book. Okay, you know what you're doing in theory. Okay, time for you to practice. Okay, put it into practical application. Okay, I'm going to put it into practical application here. And what I want you to realize here is you also have the Knight of Swords. So you got plenty of ideas. You got plenty of ideas. You've got plenty of heart. Okay, it's time for you to actualize them. Okay, recall that I said you have your rule book. You know what to do in theory. Now it's time to go do it. Plain and simple. Go do it. Go do it. Okay? Go do it. If you have any doubts, remember that we have an energy that has moved you towards this. And look how my hand is getting bigger and free. But you have an energy that has moved you towards this. The cycle has moved you along well enough that you've gotten past your low. Within reason, I would say, only you know what that's going to look like for you. But you've gotten past the low point. You're starting to come back up on the wheel. Okay? You've gotten past your low point. You're starting to come back up. The energy has moved you towards your Ace of Wands, towards this Page of Wands energy. Okay? It's okay to stumble. It's okay to trip. It's okay to fall. Remember, people are in your space that won't be pointing and laughing. They'll be the ones to help pick you up. Okay? Okay? You also have the King of Pentacles. And this is so important. I think this is so, so, so important for you to remember here. That this King of Pentacles is, I'm going to highlight the grounding and practicality aspects of our King of Pentacles here, because while you have a lot of ideas, while you're being told, hey, go make those things happen, they do require a plan, okay? You can't just barge in the door and expect things to work. Maybe you can. Maybe you're just that good at improvising. That's okay. Totally cool. Love that for you. Here's why I'm saying be practical and maybe plan a little bit. Okay? You have air. Okay? You have air, as well as wands are associated with the element of fire, like I said. Okay? So this is going to still take a little bit of balance on your part. Okay? And also, like I said, to me, the pages in the tarot are they're not aces. They're not extreme noobs, but they're not in the king position just yet, right? They still have a little bit to go before they can be. Okay, so tap into your sense of groundedness, practicality, put a plan together for how to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, you're close, you have it, you have this energy, it's ready, your ideas are ready. Okay, your ideas are ready. I'm excited for you. I am truly, truly excited for you. Again, I think this energy is a long time in coming. Okay. What else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see? Let's see here. What else do we need to see? Okay. What else do we need to see? Okay, I'm going to see the Oracle of Cups. Okay, we're going to start with the Oracle of Cups. Let me draw my cards and we'll talk about them after they come out. So give me a sec here, guys. All right. What else do we need to see? Okay. All right. So, like I said, we're starting with the Oracle of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups. Okay. So, I've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. We've got the Two of Cups. Okay. Got the Two of Cups. All right. We got the Two of Cups. Got the Two of Wands. Interesting. Interesting, but I like that we're seeing this. So Two of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords. Okay. All right, and we have the Lovers. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is deeply emotional. Okay, this part of your journey is deeply emotional. And I'm getting here with the cups. Okay, the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. You are someone, either you are a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. I think I have that right. Fact check me if I'm wrong here. Or you'll see it in frame if I do it for myself. I will do it for myself if I'm wrong. Moving on. You are either a water sign or you are just, you're deeply in tune with how you're feeling right now. I'm getting here with the Queen of Cups because this is someone, if not you, who really, really knows how they're feeling. They easily name their emotions, okay? And more importantly than that, they are best able to, they're best able to thrive when they have deep connections, okay? And whether this is with people, whether this is with their hobbies, I think this is tapping into your emotional core, okay? Because you have some choices to make here, okay? And I'm going to hold up the Two of Cups with the Two of Wands because the gate to this is wide open, okay? You have some choices to make. Do you stay comfortable? Do you stay safe? Or do you move forward, okay? And if you do move forward, what lessons are you bringing with you? And are you going to be able to stay open-hearted to learning new things? Okay, this is a new and fresh start. Okay, this is a new and fresh start. It could be with others. Okay, this is a representation, at least in my interpretation of the Lovers. You have choices to make. You definitely have some choices to make. But I think in terms of where it comes to other people, you're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to decide for yourself who gets this new side of your energy. Okay, and if you're really questioning it, if you're really questioning whether you can stay safe and comfortable where you are, or do you push your comfort zone a little bit and expand it? Okay. I want to go back to our Wheel of Fortune, okay? Because remember what I said, you've been at the low, you're coming back up to the top, okay? You're also getting the Nine of Swords, okay? You're getting the Nine of Swords here. Something is definitely giving you some stress, some anxiety, and this is something in this situation, okay? And it has definitely come off that nothing feels as straightforward as it should be, okay? Nothing feels right, okay? And I'm getting here, and this is such a weird symbol to pull, especially from this card, but these swords are wavy and they're jagged, and for some reason I'm feeling compelled to tell you that your anxiety and your stresses, things that are keeping you up at night, aren't necessarily coming from straightforward places, and that could be what's causing you to feel kind of off. Okay, you have choices to make. There are pros and cons to weigh out in this situation. I think your intuition and your ties, your deep emotional ties to your heart will be what guides you. Okay, it will be what guides you in this. Okay, but you have to remember that you're still, even as advanced along in your journey as you are, you still have space to learn. Okay, you still have things to do, and you still have things to learn. Okay, so let's get into our hidden energy. Okay, let's see what we need to see for our hidden energy. Okay, guys, so for our hidden energy, we're going to look at the cards on the bottom of the deck. This will be what constitutes our hidden energy. What else do we need to see? What's been quiet for us in this? Yeah, what's been quiet for us with this energy right now? Okay, let's see what we need to see for our hidden energy. Okay. Oh, we're getting the Queen of Wands. That's the King of Wands. Just kidding. King of Wands. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. We have the Hermit. Okay, we have the King of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. And the Ten of Cups. Alright. Okay. We have the Elder of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles. So interesting that we are getting this again here. The Elder of Pentacles. Okay, Elder of Pentacles. We also have the Oracle of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, we have the Oracle of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Oracle of Swords. Okay, and this is the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot. I'm feeling a lot of authoritative energy coming through here, and it isn't just because we have cards that suggest it. We have King, Queen of Oracles. No. Yeah, sorry, too much coming at once. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. We also have the King of Wands. What this suggests to me here is that not only do you have to be practical and nurturing for yourself right now, okay, grounding yourself will be so unbelievably important, okay, because it would be easy for you to just go off on a tangent, okay, make a plan to a point and then just let it ride. That's not what I think is going to benefit you, but don't take my words for that. please do what you need to do. And if that means learning by trial and error, go let that be how you do your stuff. Okay? But practicality and nurturing is going to be helpful here. Practicality and grounding is going to be the most helpful thing that I can give to you right now. Okay. Oracle of Swords, the Queen of Swords. You also, I also feel compelled to say, please protect your energy right now. This is, I don't want to say it's precious and fragile. Certainly is a precious energy that you work to get yourself towards, and I think you need to congratulate yourself on that. Okay. It's okay to protect this energy, so long as you remain open-minded to other perspectives. Okay. Now, let me pause it there. Open to other perspectives. You have taken steps to master your path and light your lamp. Okay. You've taken time away to understand yourself, understand what you need to do. Okay. And you've gained a lot of clarity from that, even if things are a little bit murky. There's still enough clarity in this situation for you to say, actually, I'm ready to go forward. Okay. That clarity has come. I'm feeling for some of you that clarity has come from a hard-won experience. Okay, it's hard-won because the experience that you've been through has been challenging and it's taught you a lot. This is a victory for some of you. Okay, so please protect that. Please know that you have supporters, but also that you still have room to grow. Okay, your garden is not full. You haven't planted the whole plot of land you're standing on right now. Okay. Yeah, you haven't planted the whole plot of land that you're standing on right now. Where might this be going? Okay, let's talk about the King of Wands. Okay, because this is a deeply passionate and fiery energy. Some of you, again, I could be talking to a fire sign right now. Again, hi bestie. I could be talking to a fire sign right now. Here's the thing. Like I said, you've worked hard to put the seeds in the ground. You've worked hard to let them germinate, to let them sprout. Okay. You haven't done the full plot yet, and there's room to grow. Okay. This is, to me, this is saying you have the authority to decide what you do next. Okay, it's not up to anybody else what square meter of soil you sow. Whatever happens, wherever you go next, has the potential of being very successful, very much in the vein of your abundance, of your peace, of your ability to take care of yourself. This Ten of Cups is a positive, beautiful, wonderful, emotional overflow. Okay, because I'm seeing some of you not only stepping into your authority and your sense of power, but also letting that work as a source of your happiness. Okay, it's letting you work as a source of letting that work. Excuse me. Let me try that again. It's letting this process work as a source for your happiness. Okay, and I want to be clear. This is what you have been working towards this whole time. I feel like some of you have been working towards this the whole time. Okay. Let me know if that made sense. We're going to move on to our clarifying energy. Those will be the cards at the top, and we have a mad stack of cards here. Let's see what we need to see to clarify all of that. Okay, let's see what we need to see next. Okay, guys, let's see some cards from the top of our deck. What do we need to see for our clarifying energy here? What do we need to see? Okay. Okay. Eight of Cups. I'm going to start with our Eight of Cups. Okay. Got Eight of Cups. Page of Swords again. Why am I getting the feeling it's either Page of Wands or, okay, Page of Swords. I think this might be a repeat card. Good to see you, Page of Swords. Okay, but we also have the Nine of Swords. That's definitely a repeat. That is definitely a repeat. Nine of Swords. Okay. All right. We have the Elder of Wands, King of Wands. Ooh, there's a lot of fire in this. Elder of Wands. Okay, we've got Seven of Cups. Okay, we've got Seven of Cups. Okay, and we have the Star. Okay, we have the Star. So this is interesting here because what I think, what is being clarified for me here is that some of you have had significant anxiety over doing this work. Okay, I'm getting here because we have the Nine of Swords. I'm going to bring up the Seven of Cups here because this can certainly be anxiety inducing. Okay, I honestly, and I'm going to bring in the Star, although what I want to highlight about this is that the Star comes in a moment of profound darkness. Okay, and the encouragement that I always give with this is that this is your compass and your means of navigation. Okay, so I think the dark element in this card here is what's kind of creeping you out a little bit. Okay, you've definitely tapped into the anxiety, and this is the anxiety of the choice here. Okay, what has given you a sense of pause in this entire situation is the fact that you haven't known what's going on. You haven't really seen the gravity of the situation yet because it's been kind of murky and dark. And I don't think you've let yourself really find that compass, that arrow in the dark. It's kind of hard to aim it when you can't see where you want it to go. Okay. You've had some choices. You've been encouraged to be like, hey, be cautious and choose wisely here. There's a lot going on. Okay. That's where this anxiety is coming from. And I recall that I said part of this anxiety wasn't coming from a straightforward place. Dark, murky, weird, unsure. You know? Let's validate that. Let me validate you there. Okay? Not easy. None of this is easy. I don't think it's fair to say, oh, well, la-di-da, you're here. No. I'm not going to let you spiritually bypass that. You've been through some shit, my friend. Calm down, sit down, have a comforting beverage, and let me tell you about it. Okay? Pull back a little, Meg. That's fine. Here's the deal. You've chosen to let it go. You've chosen to let it go. I think you realize the need to let this go. I'm gonna start crying. I can already feel myself going. This has been so necessary. This has been so necessary because you've held on for so long. You've held on for so long. You've held on for something good to come out of the situation you left behind. It just wasn't panning out, and you finally was like, never mind, this is shit. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Adventure, I know that the gates are open. I know the crossroads are waiting for me. I'll get there, but I need to leave the crap behind. Okay? Need to leave the crap behind. And it has been so tense and so nerve-wracking. Okay? It's been tense and nerve-wracking. Okay? Here's the thing. Okay? And I'm going to bring the star back up for its intended interpretation here, because you finally looked up, and I'm going to cry. You finally looked up and saw the star in the dark. I don't know why I'm starting to get emotional, but I think this has been a long time coming for some of you. Okay? Not to get too personal here, but there was a situation that I was in that finally got resolved. Not in a way I had anticipated, but it was a way I needed. Okay? Because this reading is not mine, but it is something I need to hear. Okay? You looked up and found your North Star. You looked up and found your North Star. Okay? You're leaving behind the garbage and going for that star. Even if you can't really see where you're going, even if you stumble, even if you fall in puddles, you scrape your knees to all hell, it doesn't matter, because this is where you're looking. Look at where that dog is looking. Look at where that dog is looking. It ain't looking at the cups, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. There it is. There it is. Okay? There it is. Now, the beautiful, beautiful part about this, okay, is that you have the Page of Swords. Okay, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Elder of Wands. Okay, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Elder of Wands. You're still learning. You're still learning to apply what you're thinking to how you're going about things. Okay? And you have a lot of ideas to offer. You have a lot of things to actualize in your space. I want you to note that the clouds are clearing. Okay? And clouds are moving away from the sun. That's how I'm interpreting that symbol in this card. But your brightness and your brightness and your ability to puzzle things out is really strong right now. So don't lose that. Okay? And don't forget. Do not ever forget that you have sparked this journey into motion because you have chosen to find your North Star. Okay? You've done that for yourself. Nobody told you to do it. Nobody expected you to do it. You did it because you fucking could. Bestie, I love that for you. I am so proud of you. I'm honored to be able to give you this reading, and I hope it resonated. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back with the bonus reading, but I need to calm down for a little bit because that was a lot. Hang in there with me. I will be right back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it's Meg. I am back with the bonus reading for this video. If you saw the last clip, we kind of got a little emotional. That was that was all me. But you know what? Like I said in the other clip, thank you so much for letting me give you that main reading. I am honored that this may resonate with some of you, and I hope it helped. For the bonus reading, I'm going to keep it simple. I don't know if these cards are going to tie in with the main reading. They might. If you have another interpretation for this, let me know in the comments if you feel safe to. Yeah, let's see what our bonus energy looks like. Okay, so to start our bonus reading, we have the Water Oracle, which represents psychic abilities, acting on vision, and destiny. Okay. Okay, we have the Water Oracle. All right. We have the Crumbling, which asks, what are you clinging on to? Well, what are you clinging on to? Okay. And the Crumbling. Okay. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. All right. The Six of Swords, and we have the World. Okay. So my question for you, if you're just tuning in on the bonus reading, thank you for being here. But quick question for you though, what are you holding on to? Simply put, what is it that you're white knuckling? Okay. I'm getting that some of you are at a finish line of sorts. Okay, I'm getting here with the World. You're at a finish line of sorts, and you're just nope, can't let go, can't relax. So what is that thing? Okay, this may be a hard question for some of you to answer. Okay, this may be a hard question for some of you to answer either because you're not sure, you don't know what's going on, you have reached the end of the line with someone, something, some situation, and you're being asked to let it go so you can bring new energies in. Okay, what I want you to notice, what I just noticed here, is that there seems to be this threshold energy. Okay, and I think that's why I asked the question at the beginning the way I did. Okay, what are you holding on to? What are you afraid of letting go? Okay, whatever this thing is, you can't take it with you when you go through these doors. And I don't think it's a matter of you, I don't think it's a matter of you saying, if I go through these doors. It's a matter of you saying, when I go through these doors. Okay? Because not only do you know that timeline, okay, not only do you know that timeline, I think you have a very, very strong sense of, you have a very strong sense of your rhythm and your intuition, okay? But you also know that this is a transition. This is a movement forward. It's going to take you a minute to figure out, okay? It will take you a minute to figure out. This is movement, okay? The swirling in the clouds and this suggests that, okay? You're not going alone. You're not standing alone, okay? You know that the threshold has been reached, and it's time for you to move on and let go of what has held you back. Okay? Let me acknowledge that feels easier said than done, but yeah, it feels easier said than done. But I have a feeling that even you know you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. Okay? Okay. So that is it for this reading, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys so much, and thank you to my new subscribers for being here. If you're seeing this video, everyone, let me know in the comments if you have a different interpretation of the cards, if you feel safe to share whether this message resonates for you. Let me know if you are interested in a private reading, because I am certainly happy to help. Certainly happy to help where I can. I will be back in another week or so with a new video. Again, like I said at the beginning, the one I just posted was atrocious. The audio was just that bad, so I apologize for that. Hopefully this one's better. We'll remedy it if it's not. But thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one. But until then, stay safe, stay blessed. I love you lots. Bye, everybody.